I chose UCO due to the fact that as a veterans program was years ahead of all of the other institutions that I had looked at, including, OU, OSU, Cameron, and that was my biggest thing, was how is the university going to help me as a veteran in obtaining my goal of getting a bachelor's degree.
I chose UCO for its location and the flexibility of courses, the course schedule, and then also for its education, the reputation for the education program. Many teachers who I know have graduated with their bachelor's or master's from UCO, and so naturally, as an English education major, I wanted to go somewhere with a really great program.
The continuation of my education, I think the biggest one was the fact that on both sides of my family, no one has ever attended university studies. I'm second generation from Spain, and that's the biggest thing, is to set a new standard, not only for myself, but for my child and for my family, that it can be done.
Coming to college meant to me that I wasn't just going to stop here, stop at high school. I knew that I was going to continue and further my education, and once I actually made it here, I knew that from then on out, I was going to continue learning, and my education was not ever going to stop.
I almost just decided to get another associate's degree. And the TRIO program at Rose State College, the mentors and the friends, they just kept encouraging me and motivating me. And I said I was going to try one day. I tried that one day, and it was a success. I called immediately after class, and I could hear everyone just cheering in the background. And, that was kind of like the icebreaker. It was nothing that I expected or thought. There was a lot of real similarities. It's just a larger campus. The classrooms and everything was very similar.
I also came from a 2-year college. I came from Oklahoma City Community College, and at that school, I was able to do almost all of my courses online. So coming to UCO, where the majority of my courses were in live classes on campus, it was very, very intimidating, and I was petrified, especially because I'm coming in as an older student with different life experiences, but all of my professors. I had wonderful professors who really kind of eased me into that environment, and I would reach out to them and make little comments and say, okay, well, this is kind of new to me. So, but they were all really wonderful, and it became a very rewarding process for me in moving forward in my education.
For me, I'm a non-traditional student, and I'm also in a sandwich generation, and meaning I am a caregiver for both parents, and I'm currently taking care of my grandchildren. And so the biggest challenge is time management and trying to find a balance or create a balance in your home life as well as your study skills, because time has to be allocated in such a way that you can do the necessary reading and the necessary research.
I would think that the obstacle I ran into coming here was probably my freshman year, when I was working and studying at the same time, because I was basically working 30 plus hours at my other job, which would require more late night shifts just to continue paying what I needed for my freshman year. And it wasn't easy, so had to stay up late at the library reading my books and writing my essays, doing my math homework, just that, and just time management. You have to schedule out throughout your day. The day flies by like that, and that's about it.
Telling my family, who obviously has no collegiate background at all, that what I'm doing and I have to educate them while I'm being educated myself to what it is and what this means to me, and that I do need support emotionally, physically, so that I can obtain my goal. Because you can't just do this by yourself. You have to have a support team.
it didn't affect that so much my friends. It affected more of my family, because being a Hispanic student, I normally would have to translate for my mother and father whenever it needed to. So it kind of would take some time out of my day when like they would call me and they would say, "Hey, do you think you could come tomorrow? We need your help on something." And I'll be like, "Oh, I really can't. I have to, study for my test." And there would be times where I actually had to be there because it would be like an immediate emergency, and no one else in the family would be able to translate for them. So I had to go and probably just like miss a couple of minutes of class, probably be late. But besides that, it's just family was the bigger thing, not much as friends.
The best advice that I can offer is to take it one step at a time, like piece by piece, because with other obligations, you can't always plan and schedule your life for the next 2 to 4 years in advance. You can't. So for me, I've had to take it semester by semester and reach out to friends, family members, support programs at school like the Teach program, professors. These people and these programs are here to help you. And if you can just do little by little, semester by semester, you can do it, and you can get it done.
Well, with background similar to mine, obviously I'm a veteran. I'm an Iraqi veteran, an Afghanistan veteran, combat Purple Heart recipient, along with my wife as well. So I speak to the veterans, that are viewing this. Approach this as a mission, and in every mission, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. There's going to be certain things that you don't agree with, i.e., taking 4,000 level courses. You're not going to agree with it, but you can do it because you served in the military, and this is nothing compared to that. The sacrifices you had to make, you'll have to make again. And to get involved, stay involved, find those contacts, find those points of contacts here at UCO, up in the Veterans Office. I think the number one reason why I'm here today, sitting here, is because of those individuals, to the left and to the right of me, those servicemen and women that lost their lives, to give me the freedom to be able to be here. And I don't want a benefit that the taxpayers are giving me to go to waste.
There's always going to be a challenge that is going to present itself, and it just really depends on how you handle it. You've got to reach down into a place, and you've got to keep that fire ignited for passion of learning.
For me, it means so much to graduate from my program at UCO. UCO has become kind of my educational home, and I want to come back and do my master's program. It's setting an example, not just for your own children, for your own family, but also every obstacle that I surpass, overcome, every boundary that I push, every time that I achieve something, that makes me a better and stronger example for everyone that I meet, whether it's the children who are on my son's baseball team, my future students. I am becoming a better version of myself so that I can encourage other people to be better versions of themselves. And that's why I value my education at UCO so very much.
Now that I'm here, I know that I don't do this because my parents told me, because of people at Upward Bound. It's because it's my choice. I am the one that's still here. I'm the one that's still attending. And besides that, for me, I'm not here to, show off or anything from when I see my friends later. I know that later on through life, if I do make an impact in a young, man or woman's life, they'll at least recognize and be like, you know what? He is like me. His skin is like me. He speaks a different language just like me. If he can do it, it's possible. And that's the whole reason I want to do it, just for me. And if one day, if I make an impact on someone's life like that, I know I've accomplished something in my life.